every once in a while, I decide to talk about a new project, so introduce a new platform, and this one is in par with Green Figures, one that I have introduced a few weeks back. So they are in line in terms of the features, in line in terms of the value proposition, so on and so forth. So this is what we're going to be discussing. What Delta Ventures are doing, how they're producing yield, and all the things that you need to know about them. Now, before I roll everything out for you, I just want to preface once again that all of these reviews are pretty much fully objectivized. So there's nothing subjective about this. Pros, you'll see. Cons, you'll see better. So starting things off, few things that I like. First is that the APR is dynamic. So they don't promise a fixed yield. It all depends on the trading activity. And with that, another cool feature, or not cool, so a feature that I also like, is that you get to release your deposit whenever you'd like. And you don't get charged for it. So there is a deposit fee, we're going to talk about it soon, but you can take it away whenever you want. Now, right now, in terms of dynamic yield, they are averaging about 159%, at least for the past couple of days. And actually, if you go on their website, so right here, if you launch the app, you can see those returns. And this is mainly calculated based on how much they invested, meaning the users, and how much in rewards the platform has generated for them. And they arrived to that point after discontinuing the fixed APR contract. So they did have fixed APR contract, 0.8 to 1.5. They have two contracts actually, so a USDT one and a BNB one. So the previous ones had most of the deposits in them. They moved that trading investment fund, about 250K, and they're now using it to trade, and whatever they get in terms of profit, they distribute to all the people who have money in the game. All right, that's how it works. And yeah, like I said, so you can remove your deposit whenever you want, but you might have to wait apparently for a few days, up to a few days, to get your money back. But again, it's not discounted, it's the whole thing. I think that happens because since the whole investment funds, aka all of the investor deposits, are on trading platforms, mainly sexes, if they have positions open, to close those positions, it will take some time, and then they can give your money back. So yeah. Now also, in regards to trading by itself, by the way, just quick FYI, in the middle of this, I just want to point out that everything you want to know and everything you need to know is here in their docs. So even they even have their contracts labeled, so everything is kind of transparent, more or less. And speaking of transparency, they do provide proof of trading, so they have that. Now, unfortunately, this is not on-chain trading, but it's merely Excel sheet proof of trading and some videos that they have posted on their Telegram channel. Now, it's always important to be transparent when it comes to how much money you're making, but without on-chain proof, there's a bit of lag here. So if I go right now, I have actually opened two Excel sheets where, you know, they have written the orders, the buy, the sell orders, how much profit they made overall. These are two versions of these Excel files. So by all means, those trades are just written there. So there's no actual way to prove that these actually happened. All right, that's very important to understand, because most of the money is not in the smart contracts that they're operating. So it's on the sexes. So there's not real way to really know how much money there is there and if those profits actually happened. I hope at least they will address that and they can provide on-chain proof. But so far, if they keep paying, hopefully they're legit from that part. But again, you never know. So the videos are a nice addition, but we've seen this before. We need more. All right. And that brings me to a few concerns or the cons. All right. So even though, yeah, there is a dynamic yield, the deposits are unlocked, there are still Ponzi-like features here. Okay. So you still have the referral system, 5% on deposits. You still have a deposit fee of 2%, and you still have a compounding features. So those things are components of a Ponzi-like structure. It has been proven, it has been labeled out, and I have done this myself. So keep that in mind, okay? So this exists, and like I said, this is part of the cons. Now, moving a bit over to the smart contracts, because they have stopped the fixed yield smart contracts, one thing I noticed is that you have here, this is the USDT one, and here is the BNB one that held most of the money, about 160k out of 205k, and there's still money here. So I'm not sure, are those contracts still operating for old investors, or and they stopped for new ones, or something else is happening? My guess is the former. I'm not really sure, because you can see like some actions like compounding or withdrawing actually happened here. So I'm not entirely sure. All right, so this needs to be verified. All right, so there's this part, and the new contracts, I don't think they basically attracted so much money yet. So there's about what, 14k I think overall. Let's double check. These are the new contracts. So yeah, actually, sorry, 40k, not 14k, excuse me. And the deposit fee is working, so I checked that all of those 2% based on deposits are being actually transferred to this wallet address right here. So there's this still part that I don't know. Hopefully I'll get that clarified and understand this further. I also want to mention that there is a performance fee of 20%. Now there's no withdrawal fee, by the way, which is something good. And the performance fee is a structure where people understand that in terms of they take money when profit is being generated. So they don't take money unless there's a profit. All right, which is something that I honestly root for, because if you are someone who's providing a service, you should take a cut. That's very important. If you're good at something, never do it for free. So a performance fee like structure is incentivized versus a withdrawal fee, a fixed withdrawal fee, no matter the consequence. If you make the money, okay, take your cut. That's very good. All right, so but one thing is that this performance fee, I don't know where it goes. Perhaps it's for management fees, marketing, so on and so forth. And last but not least, they have implemented an insurance fund where they say takes money from all the referral bonuses that don't go through. So if you invest, apparently 5% is gonna get shaved anyway if you're using a deferral system or you're not, and that goes into the insurance fund if you're not. And perhaps they're gonna use that to trade more and generate more. Again, you can go to the white paper or the docs, you can check info about the insurance fund, and there's also another report where it shows you all the vulnerabilities and everything security wise. And I checked it quickly. The main parts that they have labeled here are that owner can withdraw funds, obviously, because he's taking that money to trade through the bot or the bots. And there's also the fact that deposit and compounds have the same effect, which makes sense because it's adding on the balance that you have. So overall, I'm gonna say that, like I said, I tried to put both pros and cons in a full basket and make you understand what you're investing in. This is similar to green figures, all right? The only thing that differs here is the team. So trust is a big component, and the security of the smart contract, because you want to get paid at the end, all right? So those things are very important. It's still like everything else, a risk that you want to take, but at least there's nothing fixed here, and there are some differences in regards to how much money you can make, in regards to whatever you pay at the end of the day. So it's a bit of an upgrade versus all the Ponzi's that we've been saying. All right, that's all I have to say. And I hope I brought you some value, an objective one. I hope I provided all the information here. Thank you if you stuck around till the end. As usual, there will be no referral links below. If you want to invest, do so at your own discretion. If you have questions, go to Telegram and ask them, or you can DM straight away, all right? And with that, see you in the next one. Have a good one.